Hey, what's up, Easy Money Mob? We have a breaking news story today. A 21-year-old over-the-road truck driver, Javion Magee, was found unalive hanging from a tree by a rope on September 10th. His body was found in Henderson, North Carolina. He was in the area delivering goods to a Walmart distribution center for the trucking company KLLM, where he was employed. His family has traveled from Texas and Illinois to get answers as to what happened to Javion.
I just ask that you guys keep us in prayer.
So far, the sheriff has been pressed to release new information about the timeline leading up to his death.
This is Sheriff Curtis Brame here in Vance County. On Wednesday, September 11th, approximately 10:08 a.m., Vance County Sheriff Office received a call out to a rural part of the community, Vanco Mill Road, 285 Vanco Mill Road, where a deceased young man was sitting up against a tree, with his back up against a tree. He had a rope around his neck, and he had the top of the rope was up in the tree limb. There was not a noose. There was not a knot in the rope. It's an open investigation at this time. At first, we had no identity on it because they had no ID on him. Found that the tractor trailer that he was driving was in an adjacent lot to from where his body was located.
On September 10th, Javion delivered his load earlier that day. Later, around 4:50 p.m., he managed to find a parking spot on a dirt road near where his body was found. This is where other truckers tend to park, so Javion may have felt it to be a good spot because other trucks were parked there. Following that, he goes to a local Walmart store and purchases utility rope. In-store camera surveillance at the registers picked up Javion making the purchase. After the purchase, around 6:22 p.m., he exits Walmart, and investigators say that Javion gave $228 to a houseless person. Javion then says to the houseless person, "I don't know how much it is, but if I had more, I would give it to you." After that, Javion goes to a Hampton Inn nearby. There was no available rooms, so he returned to the dirt lot off Vanco Mill Road, where his truck was parked and where he was last seen. At 6:52 p.m., Javion was seen carrying an object in his hand and walking away from his truck into the woods alone. At 7 p.m., he goes back to his truck with nothing in his hand. Then, 30 minutes later, around 7:30 p.m., the ignition is turned off and never started again, according to investigators. Javion was then seen on video walking away from the truck alone, and later his body would be found with a wrapper from a rope lying next to him. As the case continues to develop, Javion's family remembers him and how he wanted to be a truck driver and help build a family business with his dad, who is also a truck driver.
I want to thank you guys for your support. Nobody out here wanted to hear this kind of news. We're not pointing any fingers because it's still under investigation. But I do want to let you know what kind of person Javion was. He was very competitive, and when he started driving trucks, I didn't force him to drive trucks. He came to me, said, "Hey, Dad, I'm about to go drive," and I'm like, "Wow, well, what make you want to do that?" He said, "I just want to do it. I want to put in my work," and that's just how he was. He wanted everybody to be together.
Lawyers, civil rights activists, and police are still investigating to make sure that it is carried out properly to find out what happened. They are not ruling it a suicide currently.
We are here for one reason only, and that sign says very clear: get justice for Javion and the Magee family. To ensure that we get transparency in this process, I know the sheriff, they have sent this case over to the State Bureau of Investigation, Attorney General, to do a further investigation in this particular matter. At this time, let me be very clear: the manner and the cause of death of Javion has not been determined at this time. The manner and cause of death have not been determined. So for any suggestion that it's a suicide, anybody stating that it was a suicide, would be grossly premature. Right, Lee?
That's correct.
Grossly premature.
My team and I do not take suicide or suicide thoughts lightly, so we looked more into this to see if there was any correlation, and we found that Suicide Prevention Day is actually observed on September 10th, the same day that he was found. Some locals had something to say about this area.
A lot of stuff is not adding up. I feel like, it's a lot of things that's going on that people are not saying, and I don't feel like Javion would even do anything like this. He looked like a bright young man, so I don't think he would do anything like this.
My opinion, he's a truck driver. Maybe he was robbed or something. I think something definitely happened and they staged it that way to cover it up. That's exactly what I think. Do not think he killed himself.
Here's the footage from where he was last seen. This is the location between those two trees is where Javion's body was found, not too far away from his semi-truck. The family will be conducting an independent investigation and autopsy to determine whether he was a victim of a hate crime. Join me in the comments below. Tell me what you think about this story. This story is special to me because my younger brother is a truck driver too. We are close. It could have been him or any of your siblings. September is a mental health awareness month. Check on your family who struggles with depression, anxiety, or mental illness. Please reach out to someone if you suffer from these yourself. If you are thinking about suicide, contact the suicide prevention phone number. Thanks for watching. Justice for Javion. Peace.